Hey there, everybody. We have another holiday and events calendar for you for this month, for September 2020. We're super excited to roll it out. Just a couple of notes before I start kind of going through everything. So make sure that in the description below, you click on the link so then that way you can subscribe and then receive this monthly calendar for your future campaigns for your email marketing strategy, either for your own e-commerce business or for your clients. On the second page of the download, you'll see the color coding legend, some themes for the actual month, any discussion about monthly events. So we are in the very end of August 2020 before we dish this out, and we are still going through some restrictions due to COVID-19. So most events are canceled for the time being. Hopefully things will change by the end of the year. And then we also have some useful e-commerce facts about the month that we're discussing. So we will get started. Again, make sure that you click on the link in the description box below. So that way you can go ahead and subscribe and receive this calendar on a monthly basis. When you do click on that link and subscribe, you will receive the calendar that coincides with the most recent month. So if for whatever reason you've ended up on this video and you're watching and it's like May 2022, hello to everyone in the future, you will receive the calendar for the current month that you're in. So again, if you're watching this video and I'm already talking in the past, then you'll be receiving the most recent video that coincides with the month that you're currently in. Also, just as a note, please go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel so that way you can receive updates about new videos. We typically roll out a new video every Thursday of every week, so that way you can stay in touch and in tune with every time we roll out a calendar like this, or anytime we have any more kind of how-to videos about how to improve and optimize your email marketing strategy that, again, you use either for your personal e-commerce business or for your own clients. So we'll go ahead and get started. The month of September is really exciting. I love it personally because that's when pumpkin spice lattes are available at Starbucks again. It's definitely my favorite drink. It's kind of basic, but I love it. And also that's when September is when fall starts, which is really exciting for a lot of people. I live in Florida, so it doesn't get as cool as I would love for it to, but I grew up in New Hampshire, so September was always really great because you'd see the leaves change and the weather would get a little bit cooler. You can start pulling out the sweaters and some of your cute boots and things like that. So yeah, September is a really exciting time. It's also when a lot of students are completely back in school. Parents or families or adults are kind of back into the full swing of work, and they're already starting to make preparations for the future holiday season that is coming. So Halloween at the end of October. Here in the US, you have Thanksgiving at the end of November, and then you have Christmas, which is a kind of international worldwide event. There are also other holidays for other religions and other ethnic groups that people do celebrate. So whether you celebrate Kwanzaa or Rosh Hashanah or whatever it is, make sure that if that's the audience that you're targeting or the demographic that you're working with, that you also include email campaigns around these special holidays and events that you know are going to be important to your subscribers. So I'll just go ahead and kind of pick one sort of special event or holiday for every week, kind of give an example of what we'll be doing or what I would do if I had a client that kind of pertained to each holiday. And then again, don't forget to click on the link below so that you can actually get this calendar downloaded and you are able to have it for reference for the future. So for the first week of September, you have National Cheese Pizza Day on September 5th. So if you are a brand that reaches out to subscribers that's very food related, this could be a fun campaign to send out, just kind of wishing everybody a happy National Cheese Pizza Day. If for whatever reason you sell clothing or anything like that, kind of like fun graphic clothing, and you have sweatpants or a t-shirt that has a slice of a cheese pizza on it or something like that, you could also do a special promo for that particular day on that item of clothing. Again, it's just really a fun way to kind of engage your subscribers and then kind of get some sales in there for your business. So for the following week, just as a note, you do have September 7th, that Monday, which is Labor Day in the US. Typically in the US, you will find that huge sales occur throughout that whole weekend. So pretty much from September 4th through to the 7th. If you are a non-discount brand, then this is something that I wouldn't worry about too much. But if this is something that you want to take advantage of, I would strongly recommend going ahead and setting up a series of sort of campaigns that talk about the sale or the discounts that you're providing for that weekend. event. Of course, we have International Sudoku Day. Whenever we have sort of like games or things like this that feature as special events or holidays, it's kind of a fun idea to even send out an interactive campaign where you have a Sudoku puzzle in your email, and then clients can either fill out that puzzle in the email or they can click the link. So again, it acts as a really good CTA button for them to go to a separate web page that's linked to your website, play the game, and then it will hopefully redirect them to another part of your e-commerce website. So this is kind of an idea for this particular day, but then also things that you can do kind of in the future for any other like National Puzzle Day or National Crossword Day or anything like that. Okay, for the following week, you have a couple of really good ones. You have stuff like National Online Learning Day, which is actually pretty important given the time that we're in right now for September 15th. Most schools and most students here in the US, due to COVID, are actually learning online. So they're in school or in class online. So this might be an interesting one to highlight. Again, just given the current season that our country is in, that the US is in. You also have something like National Guacamole Day. I've met one person in my whole life that doesn't like guacamole, and they're the one person that I don't trust because guacamole is so good. And then you have a Jewish holiday that comes up at the end of the week, Rosh Hashanah. And then you also have the infamous Oktoberfest. Now, I don't know what it's like in your local areas, or if you're kind of an e-commerce business that really focuses on events that are happening around where you're sort of headquartered at. But I believe most Oktoberfest activities and events are canceled, again, due to COVID. But if there's a way that you can kind of spread that Oktoberfest cheer, I know that's really popular across the US, then I would definitely encourage you to go ahead and do that, again, because it is so popular. Then you have the first official day of fall on September 22nd, the fall equinox. You also have stuff like National Cooking Day on September 25th, September 26th, National Pancake Day. So again, these are all kind of fun holidays that you don't need to necessarily send out a campaign so that you can generate a sale or generate revenue, but it's really just to encourage that consistent engagement throughout the month to make sure that you're always top of mind for all your subscribers. And then you get to the very end of September where you have another Jewish holiday like Yom Kippur. You have National Starbucks Day, or if people aren't into Starbucks, you can rephrase it as National Coffee Day. They both coincide in the same day. So I'll even get that added in there. So then that way, if you're a competitor to Starbucks or most of your demographic don't really fit in with Starbucks, then you could call it National Coffee Day. I don't know anyone who doesn't like coffee. I'm actually a recent convert myself. So, and then you have International Podcast Day, which is actually really cool for us here in Flowium because we have our own podcast called Email Einstein. We'll make sure to include the link in the description box below. So then that way you can check it out, where we kind of talk about different strategies for email marketing, specifically when it comes to e-commerce. So we include things like really good campaign ideas, how to implement email automations and things like that. It's a lot of fun. It's very interactive. We try to be as engaging as possible, but we will definitely be celebrating here at Flowium International Podcast Day very hard. We'll go hard for that one. Again, primarily just because of our own podcast that we have. And again, the link will be in the description box below. So there you have it, September 2020 holidays and events. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us here at Flowium. We love engaging with different subscribers and different people who are kind of engaging in certain parts of the resources that we provide, whether it's through our podcast episodes or through our YouTube channel, or even through the downloads that you receive for the e-commerce calendars. We'd love to hear from you, love to get some feedback, and we hope that this calendar will help you for your September 2020 holiday season. Thank you guys so much.